Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. Fight just ended moments ago, and Kell Brook won the fight by TKO in round number 6. Before I get more into the video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more boxing, and please hit that like button. It helps out the video. It helps out the channel. I'd really appreciate it. So, yeah, where do I start with this fight? Big congratulations, obviously, to Kell Brook on the win. After years and years of talk, Kell Brook came out on top and got the W over Amir Khan. I thought early on Amir Khan was very energetic. He was bouncing around, looked very jittery. Looks like he looked like he wanted to try to go for the knockout, but wasn't really being successful. Kell Brook was patient, was able to hurt Amir Khan in the first, and pretty much after he hurt him the first, I was like, dude, he's gonna get knocked out, man. Amir Khan's gonna get knocked out in one of these rounds. And he had moments. Amir Khan had moments in the second, third, and fourth, and he had moments where you can argue maybe he won two rounds throughout the whole fight, but the stoppage or knockout was bound to happen, and it happened finally in round number 6, right when the bell started. Kell Brook landed a jab, a clean jab that rocked Amir Khan, and I was like, dude, what the fuck? I was like, a jab? I was like yelling, a jab? And he went for the kill, and he got a W. I think it was the 5th round also where he walked out. He walked down Amir Khan where it looked like the fight was pretty much over. He was just walking him down, landing punch after punch, bullying Amir Khan. He bullied Amir Khan like 90% of this fight, and yeah, Amir Khan's power wasn't really affecting Kell Brook much. Going into this fight, Amir Khan kept talking about how Kell Brook doesn't have a chin, this and that. Which is funny because we all know Amir Khan's the one who doesn't have a chin. And Amir Khan just couldn't take the power, man. And the funny thing is, we all said that this fight was too late. This fight should have happened 6-7 years ago. But let's be honest, this is how the fight would have happened. It would have played out 6-7 years ago. I thought over time, and with recent events with Kell Brook, him losing to Terence Crawford, there were questions: is Kell Brook the same fighter after Crawford? And that made people think that this fight might be more competitive than it was 6-7 years ago. But nah, it was pretty one-sided. It was all Kell Brook pretty much, and it finally happened. And when it comes to what's next, going into this fight, I said that both fighters are doing this for the money, that it's time for them to retire. I think it's time for Amir Khan to retire at the age of 35 years old, especially competing at this weight, 147. Like it's time to hang up the gloves for Amir Khan. It's definitely time to retire and enjoy the money he's earned over the years, because he's made a lot of money. I think for this fight he was guaranteed at least $6 million, and with the pay-per-view money and all that, he's definitely going to be guaranteed up to, depending on how successful the event is, probably up to $10 million. Who knows? So it's time to enjoy life for Amir Khan. Watch his family. Just enjoy life, man. As for Kell Brook, big win for him. Going to this fight, I also said that this probably will be his last fight, but he looked pretty impressive, I gotta say. And when it comes to what's next, I mean, going into this fight, the WBC still has him ranked at number 13. I mean, can he be a world champion at 147? I mean, he already lost to Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and Ugas is already fighting Spence. Like, at 147, I don't really see him really being a world champion, but there's some big domestic fights out there at 147 with Conor Benn. I think that's the biggest fight right now for Kell Brook if he decides to keep fighting. But that's at 147. At 154, if he ever decides to move up to 154, can he become a world champion at 154? I mean, right now we don't know what's the situation with Charlo and Castaño. They were supposed to fight in March for undisputed, but it looks like that's going to be postponed. I mean, what can he do? He probably might be able to fight Liam Smith. That's another big domestic fight over in the UK. If Smith beats Jesse Vargas this coming April. But yeah, there's not really many options for Kell Brook, because I'm sure he's just looking for the big money fights at this point in his career. Being a world champion right now is just not going to be an easy task. So who knows? He might retire, but he got a big win here, and and he looked impressive. He did. But then again, he was going up against Amir Khan, who he outpowered, and you can clearly tell that he was a lot bigger too. So, and I completely forgot about this, but right during the ring walks, right after the ring walks for Kell Brook, he had to change his gloves right away. There was some drama with the gloves, some disagreements with the gloves, and Kell Brook, for some reason, decided to change the gloves at the ring, which was kind of weird. Normally, you do that backstage, so yeah, that was unusual. But anyway, if you saw the fight, let me know what did you think about it. You can watch it on ESPN Plus here in the States, and I'm sure it's gonna be here on YouTube eventually. And yeah, let me know your thoughts and comments. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.